What's happening, chaps? Your boy Jordan back with another video. Hello to you ladies as well. I don't know if this is going to be your kind of scene, but we are reacting to the one and only Andrew Tate. He is on the Fresh and Fit podcast. Yeah, I've read the title, so I am assuming it's about money and how it kind of correlates with today's day and age and what people see on social media and how they feel, all that kind of stuff. So we're gonna get straight into it. I'll give you my point of view during and after the video. And yeah, if you guys don't know who Andrew Tate is, he's blown up all over social media at the moment. But yeah, he's got some funny things on there as well. Got some funny videos. And I think he's American, but he was in the UK for quite a while, so he has a little bit of that UK banter as well. I can tell he's got a little bit of that UK banter. But yeah, anyway guys, without further ado, let's get straight into this video. What did you, hang on.
Real.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Yeah. For saying depression isn't real.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I went big time viral. I had every
J.K. Rowling?
Yeah.
Everybody.
All of Hollywood was gunning for me, right? They were very upset that I told the truth.
Can we talk about that? Your
Sure.
views on depression not being real, and you give the toxically masculine, unfiltered, raw side of it.
Well, depression is another weapon they use to destroy our masculine energy, right? That's another weapon they use, because the majority of depressed people are men. Men suffer from depression more than females,
Yep.
because a man's life is worse than a female's life.
Facts.
A man's life's much harder, right?
Facts.
So another way they destroy us is they convince us to be absolutely selfish. Depression is nothing but extreme
Okay,
selfishness.
let's break this
That's
down
what
straight away. He said that a man's life is harder than a woman's life. All right, let's take it into context. In other parts of the world, places like Iraq, Syria, Africa, all the countries that are in poverty and in war, all the war-torn countries at the moment, right? It's very hard to say that men have a harder life, because there are women and children out there, little girls, that are suffering as well, especially women in these kind of countries with empowerment by men and kind of not being able to have the same equality as men. And it's still happening in today. It is. It really, really is. Places like America, UK, countries that have a little bit more wealth, a little bit more freedom, opportunity. Okay. It's very, very small percentage of women. Very small percentage. But so I would say in those kind of places, America, UK, etc. Okay, men have to live up to a certain standard. They have to earn money, pay the bills, all this stuff. So I understand what he's saying on that side of things. But if you're living in a war-torn country, country with poverty, hardly any wealth, it's a very, very different outcome.
Call it, and I'm gonna tell you why it's not real in a second. But if you're depressed, you're living inside of your mind, you're obsessed with how you feel, you don't care about anything outside of yourself, and you're an exceptionally selfish person. That's all they're trying to do, is convince you and teach you to be extremely selfish. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna say this right here, right now, because there's a whole bunch of famous people, Lincoln Park and whatever, they killed themselves. If you have children and you kill yourself, you're not a man. I don't care what you're feeling. I don't care how sad you are. You have children to take care of. You're going to embarrass your children. You're going to leave your children without a father.
Andrew, can we say that one more time?
Because you're sad. If you have children and you kill yourself, you were never a man to begin with. Absolute garbage.
Facts.
Garbage. And the only reason this crap happens is because of the acceptance of depression. People say that depression is stigmatized. It's the complete opposite. It's accepted now to the point where it's almost promoted. It's
Agree
insane.
to disagree.
Let me tell you something.
I feel like depression and mental health is very big today. And listen, if you clinically are told that you have depression and anxiety and all these things, it's all meant. Sometimes you're born with mental illnesses that you can't help. But we're going to take the mental illness side of things and take that to the other side, because this is not what this video is going to be about. Okay, I can actually exclude those kind of people away from this conversation, because I have the most sympathy for those kind of people that are born with depression and born with mental illness and all those other psychological things. However, in this video, we are only openly talking about the people that mentally are stable, mentally have the intellect enough to go out there and be their best selves and be successful. Those are the kind of people we're going to be talking about in this video. So let's take those kind of things aside from this, because I know there are going to be people that are watching this video are going to be like, oh, it's a bit harsh. We're going to take those kind of, I get that, I feel sympathetic for those people. We're going to push them to the side. We're going to talk about the people that have stability in their lives, that get depressed and feel emotional. And I agree with him. I feel like if you want to be somewhere in your life and you want to get there, you have to push through. You have to become a monster, man. You have to become selfish. You have to become someone that will get there no matter what. And if we're talking about success and we're talking about money, it's, that's the process. If you want to become someone that you're sick of, someone that you look at your life now and it's like you should be so much further away in your life, then you need to go for it. You need to strive for it. You can't sit there and be upset and depressed and, just things aren't working out for me. It's like, you can't be like that. You cannot be like that.
Depression is not real. Feeling depressed is real. So you can feel depressed, but you feel depressed, and that is a natural biological evolutionary trigger for you to change something in your life. That's your own mind telling you you're unhappy about X. If I went to jail today, I'd be depressed because I'm in jail. Right. I haven't caught depression. I don't have a disease. Yeah. I'm just upset with my situation. Yep. I have people mess with me all the time. I'm fat and I can't get a girlfriend because I'm depressed. I'm like,
there we go. So
pancake.
This is where I agree with him. You're fat and I can't get a girlfriend. It's like, well, where's the issue in your life? You're overweight. Go to the gym. Go and eat healthy. Again, but I have eating disorder. Okay, well, what can you do? What can you physically do about that? I don't know. But if we're talking about a normal guy that is just eating for the sake of eating and doesn't want to change himself because he's lazy and he doesn't want to get up off his ass, then you need to go to the gym and eat healthy and make a change. And then you might start to see the outcome that you want.
You're depressed because you're fat and you can't get a girlfriend. Do you understand? This is the point, right? So for a lot of people, your life is depressing. A lot of you out there, if you're sitting there and you say you've suffered from depression, you probably live a depressing life. You probably live a depressing life. So if I was you, I'd be depressed. But if you were me, you'd be happy. Do you know what could solve depression for most poor people? $1 million in the bank.
Yeah.
Boom. So how is it a disease? So when I say this to people, most of them agree and they go, okay, but if that's true, why do famous people kill themselves? And I say, well, I know you think you outsmarted me, but I'm Andrew Tate. And I have the answer. The reason is twofold. This absolute acceptance of depression and acceptance of weakness. When you accept anything, to a degree, you're promoting it. Weakness is promoted now in men, right?
Yeah.
So let's take Robin Williams as an example. Robin Williams killed himself.
I was just going to say him.
Robin Williams, right? Famous. He could be banging 19-year-olds for the rest of his life. Multi-millionaire. Everyone loves him. How could he possibly kill himself? I'll tell you why. Because when he walked into the therapist's office and said, I feel depressed, the therapist said, okay, here's some mind-altering drugs. Start taking these. And then I need to see you 6 hours a day every day, and we're going to talk about sad things for the next 10 years. He was in therapy for 10 years.
Oh, God.
If I had to take mind-altering drugs and talk about sad shit for 6 hours a day for 10 years, I'd kill myself. But if he would have walked into the therapist's office and the therapist said to him, you're Robin Williams. There are people in the world with no food.
Yeah.
There are families in Syria.
I say this
there
every
are
time.
Again, with that,
being
like,
bombed.
you clinically, Andrew Tate, I understand what he's saying, but you clinically do not know what he went through for those 10 years. Like, mentally. Was he diagnosed with a mental illness? I have no idea. However, I understand his point. It's almost like if someone, a higher power or something was able to come into his life, like if he went to church, if the church found him, someone from almost like a motivational kind of figure come into his life and said, you're Robin Williams, bro. Like, what a G, he's a G. Like he is someone I looked up to when he was, what an actor he is. Like, if someone was to tell him that for the next 10 years, I very much doubt he would have taken his own life. But it's almost like he went under. Again, men do that though. We go under this silent treatment, and we don't say anything. We don't seek help. And it's, again, I agree. He probably went to the clinic. He went to the therapist. Take these mind-boggling pills. They will make you relax. And then you come back to me 3, 5, 6 times a week or 6 hours a day. I'm going to talk about your problems. It's like, bro, the more you talk about your problems, the more you feel like shit. Like, and I agree with him on that. I really do.
Yemen. There are people who lost their entire family in a car crash today. You're Robin Williams, and everyone you love is in perfect health. You're a selfish idiot. Get out of my office. Get some balls.
Bam.
He'd still be alive today. The cure made it worse. And this whole society of accepting depression, as soon as someone's depressed, instantly go to them, oh, poor you. It's okay. We know you can't help it. You can't help it. Why are you telling people they can't help it? Why are you reinforcing that mindset in people? If you come to me and say you're depressed, I say, I will fix you. And you know what's crazy? When I said this depression thing wasn't real, do you know how many people stuck up for depression? You don't understand. I'm depressed. Depression's real. I was like, if it's so horrible, why are you defending it? You sound like it's PR team. Why, like, what? I thought it was ruining your life, but you are desperate for me to believe in it. You want me to believe in it.
Wow.
You're sticking up for it. You're defending depression, trying to convince me it's real because it's your cure-all excuse for failure. When you're depressed, you can fail in every human metric. I fail at everything, but I'm depressed. It's not my fault. No, you're a failure. That's all you are because you're not trying very hard. If you live in a house, I say this all the time. This is the reason I don't believe in depression. Because I don't believe in depression, I cannot become depressed.
Bam.
No matter what the worst thing that could possibly happen to me on earth, I will feel sad, but I will recover and I will not become depressed because I don't believe in depression. You're in an old haunted house, right? You have 2 people in 2 haunted houses. One believes in ghosts, and one doesn't. You hear some noise in the night. The wind blows. Right? The man who believes in ghosts is like, oh no, a ghost. Now he's scared, right? He wants an exorcist. He can't sleep. He's scared about ghosts. He's paranoid. The guy who doesn't believe in ghosts goes whatever, and goes back to sleep.
Oh, yeah.
Do you understand that it's
Spot
the
on.
belief that gives it power?
Right.
If you don't
Spot on.
believe in ghosts, the ghosts can't hurt you. If you don't believe in depression, you can't become depressed. And I refuse to believe in something that's going to weaken me. Why would I believe in something that's going to weaken my ability to deal with problems in life? Why would I do that? I'm temporarily immortal. Do you understand? Do you understand? I'm temporarily immortal. And I'm not going to waste my living years believing in things which take power from me. Because I'm not an idiot. So if you're going to sit there and go, depression is real, actually, you don't understand the problems I'm going through. You're a moron. You are a moron. And the great thing about morons is, as you lose, there's no light without dark. Right? There's no joy without pain.
Of course.
For me to be a winner, there needs to be losers. If you want to be depressed and sit around broke while I'm flexing in the Lambo,
Simps.
then do it. Go do it.
Blue pill.
But you're not going to convince me to join your way of thinking. The last thing, anyone who's watching this, I want you to understand, the last thing you should ever do is adopt the thinking of someone who is sad.
Bam.
Why would you want to think like the sad person? I'm sad and I'm semi-suicidal. You should have the same views and beliefs as me. Get the fuck out of here.
No,
Depression.
absolutely. Damn.
It ain't real. There, I've just blown out the water. It's not real. You can come at me and say whatever you want. It's not real.
Wow.
Man.
I need some more vodka. Let's
Let's get some
Let me get some
And that's the thing. We're going to end the video there. That's the thing. And remember, guys, always, when you're listening to people, look at the context and what they're saying. He's not talking about people that are in war-torn countries that are having to fight every single day for their lives. I've taken those people out of the equation. I've taken people with mental illnesses that have been diagnosed with mental out of the equation. We're talking about the modern day person that's living in a wealth-related country, whether it's UK, North America, France, some, European countries as well, right? Wealth-based countries, and you're saying that you're depressed. You got nothing to be depressed about. And I it's spot on. I'm not saying that there aren't people in these countries that don't have mental illnesses, don't go through things on a daily basis that is just crap. However, there are loads of people out there that have fine lives, have both parents, siblings, both parents make good money, and you're depressed, and you have no diagnosis. You're just depressed because what you see on social media you don't have. Oh, I see people, why can't I have it? Oh, and it's true. Depression is a feeling. It really is. Sadness is a feeling. Feeling I feel so depressed. It's a feeling. It's not a disease. It's not something you catch. And that's the thing is, in lockdown, when COVID-19 struck, loads of people, mental health problems, depression, all these things. Don't get me wrong, like people lost their jobs, and that was one of the triggers. But even after, it's like people are still depressed, and it's like you can't live in a world like that, man. Like you can't live like that. Oh, I feel depressed that this isn't going right for me. It's like, have you tried enough? Have you gone through it? Have you tried to battle as hard as you could? Probably not. You've probably just gone through it once, and then it's like, oh, I'm not going to do it again. It didn't work. Well, you don't become successful at anything or get through to anything just through that one time. It takes more than maybe 10 times to get where you need to get to. And I agree with what you're saying. It's a mental attitude. And again, modern day people, I'm included, we look at celebrities, we look at the higher status people that are on television, social media, and if they're depressed and if they're this, we become that, because that's what we listen to. So again, I advise every single person that has watched this video, take a break from social media. Take a break from these high-end people or these celebrities that we're meant to look up to and their problems in life, and focus on your own shit. Get your own shit together and work on yourself, because no one's going to be there for you apart from yourself. Yes, your close friends, family might be there if they love you, but no one really cares. I'm depressed. Do you really think people care about your depression? People just get on with their lives, and it's like you can sit there and be depressed and feel depressed that you're not getting girls, you're not getting boys, you're not getting the job you want. You can either sit there and be depressed, or you can sit there and stand up and say, do you know what, I'm going to make a change today. And I don't care how many times it's going to take me to, I don't know how many times I fail, I'm just going to keep on getting up, go again, get up, go again. And it's like, I see, like even the fat man situation. You know you're overweight, but you feel depressed and you don't want to go to the gym. That's fucking, I don't get that. I really don't. And it's like, you know that you can change your life around within six months to a year. With he's probably working. You can pay money for a personal trainer, someone that you don't have to go to the gym and try and figure it out. You can pay someone to train you. All you need to do is show up. And people don't even want to show up today. They don't want to do nothing. They just don't want to do anything. They don't want to show up. I mean, the opportunity out there is crazy. I mean, the jobs out there, the therapists, the clinics, the things that enable us to make a change for the better. Change for yourself. You don't even want to get up out of your chair because, well, the thing is, I don't want to be judged at the gym. The thing is, if I have a personal trainer, it makes... Wow. Guys, let me know your opinions on this in the comment section. Like I said, take the context into the matter here. Don't just look at the overall picture. Like I said, I've taken out people with real mental illnesses, like that are in clinics. They're in homes because they're that mentally ill, okay? And I've taken people out that are in war-torn countries that have to go through shit and evil every single day. I've taken them out of the equation. There's an acceptance for those people. But the people, especially in the UK, going on social media, what you got to be depressed about? You've got a roof over your head. Your mum and dad, they cook for you. They pay the bills. Guys, you your boy Jordan, and I will see you in the next video.